Today I'm going to replace a cork on a saxophone neck. This is an alto sax neck. First thing we need to do is take the old cork off. An old pair of pliers works pretty good. Next we need to sand off the old glue and make it clean for the new glue. Now we're ready to measure this cork, and usually I would just kind of go by what the old cork was so I can cover it up, all the marks. Otherwise you need to go at least 1.5 inches. Just about that much. Just about. On a tenor, you might go 1 3/4 inches. So, okay, so I got this edge marked. Now I'm just going to flip it over and put this the same place. And that'll, I can mark that edge just by cutting a slot. Now it's just a simple deal here, lining up those little slots. Cut a nice straight edge. Now we're going to wrap this around. So we want we don't want to butt that up against that. We need a nice little taper on here. To take our blade like this and cut it at an angle. And you might have to do it a couple times to get a nice straight edge. Now on that edge gets some contact cement just on the edge that you cut, and then flip it over and glue the whole other side. And we also need to glue the neck. Next, we let that dry. Now that the glue is dry, it's just a matter of wrapping this around. Rather than starting on the edge, it's hard to get it straight. So I like to start in the middle, and I want the seam on the bottom, so I like to kind of line it up kind of like that, and I can even kind of guide it a little at a time, ring it around and make sure it's straight on the top. And I don't want to push on the glue with my finger, because that will make the glue not stick. So I want to use something other than my finger, because my finger has oils on it. So be sure to push that down, and then simply wrap around over that tapered part that you glued and press it real good. Now I'm going to just cut off the excess here. And I'm going to press it real good. Make sure it's sticking. Okay. Next, it's time to sand it. I use about a 220 grit emery cloth. It seems to work pretty good. First, I'm just going to sand this seam down here and see what we got. And also I need to put a little taper on the edge here, so kind of like that. Just kind of round it up a little bit there. And then I'm going to check my mouthpiece just to see how much I need to take off. And it's pretty pretty close on the top there. So let me just start taking a little off everywhere and see what we got. Remember, this is a tapered tube here, so it's fatter down here than up here. So you might just take some down here and try to make it not tapered. It's pretty darn close. Okay, remember this is dry right now, so by the time we put a little cork grease on here, work it in there real good, and it should be just perfect. There you go.